Hey, welcome to the stream. Sorry, Jerry and I got what happened?
You're just,
I've been eating. This is the gout stream. I should have renamed this stream, today's stream, the gout stream, because I think I suffered a bout of gout last week. Jerry, you had gout?
I think I got gout this last time I was in Taipei, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
And
it was no bueno, no fun
well,
whatsoever.
how did it feel? Cause and
I
and
mean,
and why do you think it was gout? Like,
well, I was eating just like an obnoxious idiot. I mean, I was eating anything I could get my hands on, and then I started drinking anything I could get my hands on,
yeah.
and then I looked down at my ankles and feet, and they were like just so swollen the entire time I was there, and
Mm.
I got super uncomfortable. And I had to like literally stop eating for a couple of days because I just couldn't like I just couldn't eat anything. I just didn't need to, first of all.
Mm.
And that was like a real true like holy crap, we are getting old. Like it wasn't even about drinking. The drinking didn't help, but it started by just eating too much.
Mm. And the swelling, where did you say you swelled up in?
Like the top of my feet, and I could see it. I don't know what you call it, like the cartilage or whatever. Like when you move your toes, you see those like Sugar Sean probably knows the answer to this. He's all smart with
Is Sugar
anatomy.
Sean here?
Yeah, I think he just jumped on.
The doctor is in. Did you
But
say that you suffered from gout?
I believe I had gout last time I was in Taipei.
Have you had
I
gout,
didn't know it was
Sean?
a condition. No, I don't know. I don't think so. But I thought that was like one of those medieval Victorian conditions that isn't real.
No, there's a lot of people with gout these days,
Oh, okay.
but it's a sign that you're eating too well,
Oh.
right?
Yeah, I don't know too much about it. It's weird.
I mean, last year I had a health exam, my annual health exam. The blood test came back saying that my blood uric levels were slightly elevated, almost pre-gout. But I didn't have gout. But this was a year ago. So that's what made me suspicious that, well, what happened was basically Wednesday night, I went walking, I did a little exercise at night, walked around the block, trying to be a, you know, responsible human. Um, and I came back home. I was walking around the house doing some chores, and I was just walking. And I felt like a pop in my foot, like a slight pop, and I didn't think anything of it. I thought maybe sometimes you pop a bone or like a knuckle or something, right? And it's happened before on my foot, not often, but um, it wasn't like it was anything, and it didn't hurt. It didn't hurt at all. Um, and I go to sleep, and I wake up the next morning, and my foot is like the ball of my foot, the padding of my foot. If I had my foot, and if you're looking at, I wonder if Courtney's going to be on today. Maybe we can draw her feet, and we can draw gout on her feet. Um, the ball of my foot, the underneath part here. This is the ankle. This is the big toe. This part area right here, if I were to draw underneath my right foot, we don't get to draw feet often.
The gout happens in the feet.
So this area, this whole area right here was this padding, the fat padding right underneath the toes. That whole area was like swollen, or I should say the whole foot was swollen. And then this area, like I couldn't put any pressure on. So at first I was hobbling around the house. Luckily, I still had my cane from when I had my knee surgeries, like 12 years ago, 15 years ago. So I used my cane to kind of hobble around the house. And then I come upstairs and I'm working in the studio. and my feet are somewhat not really propped up, but they're kind of propped up. But sometimes they're sitting down. Sometimes they're down like this. Sometimes I have them up like this. By the end of the night, my right foot had gotten so swollen, like the toes here, I couldn't crunch them. I couldn't crunch the toes like this, and if I tried to, it would be extremely painful, and I couldn't even walk at all. So I had to hop on my left foot. Basically sat on my butt to like get down the stairs. The cane didn't even help because the cane still relied upon putting some pressure on the foot, and I couldn't put any pressure on the foot. Even if I just tried to use my heel, this whole section right here, this archway, was extremely tense and painful. So fortunately, I still had crutches from my surgery, so I basically used my crutches. That was Thursday night. Friday, I tried to sleep most of the day Friday and Saturday. And by Sunday, the swelling had kind of gone down. Or Saturday night, mid-Saturday, the swelling had gone down. So, is that gout? I don't know.
Probably. I probably had mild case of gout.
Because then I saw, like, I'm looking up like pictures online, right? And there's pictures of gout. And if you see the toes here, like there's pictures where like the gout is like right here, and it's like a big old bubble. And like mine didn't look like that, and mine wasn't red. There were areas where it was like red. It wasn't red.
Oh yeah, my feet were not red.
Your feet weren't red.
No, they were just like swollen.
Was it warm?
Normal?
Did you get an annual blood test?
No. Why would I do something like that? That sounds too responsible.
I get a Sean. You get a. You ever get a colonoscopy yet?
Scheduled this year.
Oh, okay.
Enjoy.
Sean, we gotta do a stream where you gotta you gotta drink all the Metamucil or whatever
We'll buy you a
Mucinex.
donut to sit on.
It's rather painless. I mean, you have a greasy bunghole afterwards. That's all.
Just have a good time.
Yeah.
I'm used to that.
Enjoy. Sit back. Relax. Enjoy.
So I'm looking up. Now that we have YouTube and the internet. I mean, the internet was one thing, but now you have YouTube. And YouTube with all the YouTube doctors and their. So I'm looking up like, oh, is it turf toe? Is it a broken metatarsal? Like broken foot bone. There's like all these bones in the foot. Was the pop me breaking a bone or slightly fracturing a bone?
And what was your professional self-diagnosis?
Well, since the swelling went down by Saturday, 2 days later, and now I'm able to kind of walk around a little bit. I still use a cane, but I can still walk around if I'm wearing like padded slippers.
It must be alienating a lot of those artists who follow us for art advice. They're probably like around like 25 years old.
This is all stuff that they're gonna get. You're gonna get a torn rotator cuff. You're gonna get carpal tunnel.
Walk with a cane.
Yeah, you got. I mean, the cane came in handy. So that's why it's one of those hoarder things, right? Like I haven't thrown it out in 15. Yeah, I haven't thrown it out in 15 years, and now hey, I got to use it again. So that's gonna lead to
True value,
right?
Doesn't take up much space. You can keep that around.
Yeah, I put it like right in the closet with the washer. The laundry machine. Let me see who's on. Let me see who's in chat right now. I know Jamie Odell was first. Yo. Golf Boy Sunday. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Golf Boy Sunday is working on Star Wars. Yeah, so this is the Monkey Prince piece I started last week. I got to finish inking it, sending it out. And then today I'm going to draw Star Wars K250. Does anybody know that character?
K2SO.
Huh?
I think it's K2SO. He's the coolest
K2SO?
looking robot.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
Daniel Ortiz Arts, welcome to the stream. James Quo, good to see James Quo. Do we want to do a sketch battle warm up or
Just draw, man.
Yojimbo's here? Welcome, Yojimbo's our moderator extraordinaire. The buildup of uric acid in the joint starts at the foot, usually from eating well and not getting enough exercise. There's a genetic component to it, causing certain people to be more. Yeah, so I haven't really exercised that much because of my shoulder. It's getting better since the PRP shots. But yeah, I think it might be a slight gout. Now the other medical hypothesis is that it's stress induced. So I remember 3 years ago in May, I had a sudden foot pain that caused me to be unable to walk for about a week. And I think that it was like stress induced. So, again, I believe that, there's a lot of, I read a book, it's Dr. John Sarno's, where he talks about like back pain or pain inflammation. And it's a kind of a current modern day version of your brain where people used to have ulcers all the time. But then doctors discovered that ulcers were caused by stress. So they would just tell their patients, just relax. Don't, figure out what's stressing you in your life and then try to, eliminate that. And the ulcers would go away. So we really don't hear a lot about ulcers anymore, right? I don't know.
Does the stress went away?
Ulcers, well, because
ulcer, is it related to stress at all?
Ulcers, yeah, the ulcers that come on are related to stress. So now that doctors are telling patients, release your stress from ulcer, the ulcer rates have gone down, right? But in the last 12, 15 years, we hear a lot about back pain has gone up. And so he was a back pain specialist. And he would have patients that would come in that would have the same injuries, like a crack in the spine or misalignment of the spine. And one patient would hurt and the other patient would be perfectly fine. And he deduced that there could be an explanation that some of the pain that you might be receiving in your back are inflammation, sourced by inflammation in those areas. And then the source of the inflammation is your brain generating this pain that's in your spine or somewhere in your body to deflect you from worrying about some kind of external stress that you're suffering from. Right? It's trying to save you. It's trying to help you, but by creating this diversion. You hear a lot about diversions these days, right? You like look over here and we're doing this. So it's your brain trying to help you cope with stress by creating another focal point, which is a pain. And now, I don't know if does it sound hokey to you?
Sort of does.
But since I read that book, and my back used to get very stiff from working, sitting down in this position, drawing all the time, hours on end, 10, 12 hours on one stretch at times. And when my back would get, so I would have to go and get a massage, right? Or do. Why are you laughing? It sounds.
Sure, you just had to go get.
I had to go get a massage, right? So. But then once I read the book, whenever my back would get stiff, I would just say to myself,
Something else got stiff.
And then all of a sudden, the pain went away instantly.
well, yes. Not instantly, but like the next day. I wouldn't. So my massage budget has, you know, decreased. I had a Doge Department of Doge for massages, and it cut out uh, a need for getting a massage. So
That's why you went.
Mr. Joshua, thank you for the sub. Tier 1, 54 months, Mr. Joshua. Wow. We're also on YouTube. So if you guys are watching, make sure you hit that subscribe on YouTube. We're trying to get the YouTube numbers up so we can migrate off of Twitch. We've been saying that for a year and it hasn't happened yet. So, but I think this year we need to make a bigger push to migrate over to YouTube's. But I do believe in that. The brain is so. There could be a stress element that has occurred that did occur Wednesday. That then kind of caused it to flare up. So, but I don't know, because 2 years ago when the similar type of foot injury occurred, there was a particularly stressful kind of event, and that caused, and then correlated with the timing of the foot pain, and then that stress component was eliminated, like, the thing didn't happen, and once that thing didn't happen, in a day or two, the pain on the foot went away. And again, it could be another coinkydink, but that's the story I'm sticking by. Sean, your medical expertise.
Well, I thought the ulcers in the stomach were caused by this virus called H. pylori. You take a little purple pill and it's gone. And then I think the stress thing was kind of debunked, but more and more we're learning about this mind-body connection stuff. All the stuff we're learning now about like biomes all over your body have way more of an effect on your health than you think, and how your digestive tract is like a second brain, which really did surprise me. But so a lot of this stuff is still a mystery.
Now, the argument for gout would be, like, I haven't been drinking that much. I don't drink beer at home, really. I don't drink alcohol really at home by myself. I'm not eating a ton of fried foods. The last week, I've actually been eating like salads. I have like maybe 2 meals a day. I have been making a lot of rice because I brought back a Tatung rice cooker, which is, one of those Taiwanese rice cookers. So I've been making rice like crazy, like steamed rice. And then I've been putting a lot of Chinese sausage in the rice as it's steaming, which is like super delicious. But I have been eating a little bit more sausage than normal. And I think sausage has a lot of uric acid in it. So, or purines. Is it purines or purines? Or purines? How do you pronounce that? Yojimbo, has Yojimbo ever had gout? Anybody in chat? Oh, El Cabon's here. Wow, that's two in a row. El Cabon. Anybody in chat have had gout before? Or
really
bouts with stress?
Old person's thing?
Huh?
Or can a young person get it? Can a young person get gout?
I think anybody can get gout. It's it could be like a hereditary thing, or but it also is built up over time. Like, beer is like if you drink a lot of beer, you have a higher, I guess, propensity of higher uric acid level, which then causes gout. If you eat a lot of organ meats, like in Taiwan. The thing is, like, when I was in Taiwan last month or so, I ate a ton of intestines, You know, it was so delicious. Like every other meal had intestines in it, but nothing. But I don't know. Maybe it was built up. And James Quo's on. James, you've had gout. James, kind of a younger guy.
Hey there. I have not had gout. I had to look up what it was.
Really?
Yeah, me too. Yeah. I probably had it. I just don't know anything about it.
I did get sciatic nerve pain this past month, so I also had a cane, but that's getting better every day. So I'm
Oh,
hopeful
wow.
about that.
What is a sciatic
wow.
nerve pain?
It's like a nerve that it starts kind of at the middle of your butt, and then in my case, it goes down my left leg, and so I just couldn't put any weight on it. But I've been going to physical therapy. Mostly, it's just from sitting too long and sitting the wrong way. So,
Oh, okay, sciatic nerve pain. Okay.
so
Well,
now I have a time. I have a timer. Every 25 minutes, I get up and stretch, and it's getting better.
have you considered? Has there been a stressful event in your life?
Many.
No. Jeez.
There's the big one for everybody, but then there's also like some stuff not to get into on stream. But thank you for
Wow.
asking.
Well, I do think like maybe also as you're going to physical therapy, anytime like this kind of pain comes up, maybe try considering that it might be stress induced, and then telling yourself that you can cope with the stress, and and maybe some of that pain will go away. I know I've talked about this to some people off stream, and it's worked for them. I mean, it's worked for me. Like the first day, I didn't think that it was stress about the foot. I thought it was gout because of the uric acid levels from the previous health report. But as the days went on, I thought, oh, maybe it's also the broken bone or a fractured bone. But then I remembered, oh, there was something that happened Wednesday night that was kind of like almost like a PTSD moment, which probably triggered something in me that I didn't realize, and my brain was trying to protect me.
Yeah, that's really good advice, and I think Sean's right about the mind-body connections.
So, but then as I'm looking up gout, I'm like, man, I can't eat all these foods that I want to eat. Oh, I have to look up before I eat, and I was running out of food in the house too. So all I had left in the house was instant noodles. I had like 5 packages of these Chinese sausages. I had shrimp and pork dumplings in the freezer. So everything I had, you're not supposed to eat if you have gout. And I couldn't walk. So I was like, the fuck, I can't even get downstairs to pick up the Uber Eats or anything. So, what's up, Simple Man? Tony's here. All right, so what are we drawing today? We're drawing
K2SO.
K2SO. Do we want to look at the Hush trailer first? You guys want to look at the Hush trailer?
Oh, I didn't know there was one.
Let me see if I can pull it up. It's on the Discord. I believe
This is a
Yojimbo put it up.
Trailer for the comic?
Yeah. Let me see here. Let me find it. Hold on a sec. I have it queued up. All right. There's a trailer. It comes out. The comic comes out in a couple of weeks. So here we go. Let's see if you guys have a reaction to this. Can you see it on the screen?
We're going to be able to hear it?
Well, yeah, I think so. Can you hear it? Can you hear it?
Wait,
I'm not a comic. It's animated.
Is Jim Lee not drawing it?
Okay. All right. What did you guys think of that?
Looks like an animated cartoon. It was fully animated.
Yeah, it's a little. I mean, I'm a little. I don't know why they had to animate it. You know,
I'm confused. Is that Jim Lee's artwork?
I think there's key moments that are Jim Lee's artwork, but it looks like I think they probably hired a studio to draw it, or there's keyframes that are Jim Lee's, and then they had somebody do the in between. I don't think they see, but this clown doesn't look like Jim Lee.
Everything that looks like. I mean, I'm not going to say anything.
Say it.
This clown doesn't look Jim Lee.
It's nice. Nice
Mhm.
job, guys.
But this is this kicking thing. This is a Jim Lee pose from the original Hush, sort of, but it looks like it's traced over, right? Because the hatching doesn't match Scott Williams' hatching. If you look at the cape, the hatching on the cape doesn't match. I do like this where they're sitting down, but I just, again, I don't, it's interesting. I just don't understand why they have to animate it.
These comics suck.
This is like, this trailer doesn't make any sense to me. Like, is Jim Lee drawing it? Yes or no?
Well,
Because
Jim
by
Lee's,
this
yeah,
trailer,
no,
I
no.
don't think he's drawing it.
No, Jim Lee's drawing Hush, Hush 2. So it comes out, they're bringing the whole gang back. Jeff Loeb, Jim Lee, Scott Williams,
And then whatever monkey they got to do that trailer. Right?
Alex Sinclair, even the letterer is the same, Richard Starkings. So this is the cover to 158. They're keeping it in line, Batman 158. And I forgot how many issues they're doing. 6? Does anybody know?
Only the trailer would say.
But see, this was the cover, and then they kind of reverse engineered it to animate it. So, anyways, and then this is another image I think from the original Hush. And I think they animated that. Anyways, I mean, it is exciting. There are a lot of exciting things coming out this year from, there's going to be this and then the Marvel DC crossover. Thoughts? Chat? It's not Jim Lee until the end. Yeah, so I think it's not Jim Lee until the cover at the very end. The Jimbo says Timu Jim Lee. 6 issues. K-Pop Junkie is here. K-Pop, hello. K-Pop was just on with Kreese.
She just had a stream with Kreese, yeah. And I
How
saw
did it
Golf
go?
Boy there.
I texted Kreese, see if he wanted to jump on afterwards.
Hey, he should, just to promote his comic. I mean, is he going to do that?
He said he's busy.
Huh.
So we'll see. Maybe next week or the week after. The last guy at the end of the credits, that's Richard Starkins. That's the letterer. So, anyways, I do think the Hush will be great for current fans or fans that might have dropped off. And then the Marvel DC will be great to hopefully bring in new fans, new readers. But we'll see. We'll see. All right, K250. Anything else happening these days in the world of comics?
Things got quiet.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Things got quiet in the industry, or things got quiet?
Oh no, there's not much. I mean, other than Diamond asking everyone to pay up. That seems to be the big thing. It's just like the future of comics. How to work around Diamond if that's going to be a problem, and then maybe some even some potential tariff stuff.
Well, so there's a 25% tariff on Canadian and Mexican goods and Chinese goods now, but then it might be lifted tomorrow. Wow. It seemed like from the Comics Pro event, the vibe was that the tariffs were going to have an impact on some impact on publishing. Although there are people that are saying that it's not, we've yet to see any kind of specifics if there are things that are excluded, or if it's a 25. Is it a 25% tariff on everything? Anything and everything across the board? Because that's what it sounded like. John?
Yeah, I don't know. I think that sounds right. 25%.
Yeah, most comics are printed in Canada or China. So I don't understand the tariffs on Canada. I mean, I don't understand the tariffs at all, or the reasoning for levying the tariffs. But I don't understand why Canada, because there was only like a single-digit percentage of fentanyl coming in through the Canadian border last year, which seems minimal. But now you can't get high and read comics at the same time. We get most of our power from Canada. K-pop does. K-pop's in the Midwest. Blanket tariff on everything. There isn't anything excluded. Yeah, so most of the lumber and the paper, even if the printers are here in the U.S., the paper is still imported from Canada. There are a lot of forests up there. I think Canada and Brazil are the two major, and China are the two major paper producers, or the three major producers. Brazil being the Amazon. Is Jerry still here?
Yeah.
And then Canada just issued a retaliatory tariff. So here's my question too: is it going to be difficult to go do shows or conventions in these other countries? You know what I mean? Anyways, so comics are going to be even more expensive, or they might not. But it just seems it's like a yo-yo, and everybody's anxiety is being played with for whatever reasons it is. I have my own theories, though. I don't know if you guys want to talk about this kind of stuff here. I think we should just try to get the what is it?
K2SO.
What is the popularity of this character?
It looks cool as hell. Did you see Rogue One?
Maybe.
Yeah, it's one of the better ones.
I didn't see the very last one, which is what was Rogue. I saw the one where they warped the rebel ship into the Star Destroyer to destroy it.
Yeah.
Is that the same one?
No. Well, Rogue One was before. This is how they get the plans of Princess Leia.
Oh. Oh, look at this one. This is a this is an illustration of.
Crazy.
He carries a gun.
Yeah.
See, why wouldn't he just have a gun built in his arm? He's a robot. Why would a robot need to carry a gun? By the way, did you guys see that video of the two computers talking to each other in computer gibberish? Have you seen that? There's a video out there where one AI calls up another AI to set up a reservation or something, and then they realize that they're talking to another AI, and then they said, "Would you like to communicate in something or another?" And they start going beep bop beep bop boop boop boop.
Mm-hmm. And they're plotting our mutual destruction.
Well, I mean that they're able to communicate. They have their own language, right? 10100001.
Oh, binary.
But then
Audio
also
binary.
whatever it is that they're. This is the same guy that's in that the Alien TV show, right? What's that Alien TV show? Where he plays
An alien
he plays
TV show.
he plays an alien that's stuck in like a kind of a Pacific Northwest town, and he has to hide. He morphs into a regular human to blend in until he can fix his spacecraft to return home. It's like a fish out of water story. It's actually kind of entertaining. Have you seen the TV show Zero Day on Netflix?
No.
No?
Sorry, I can't say that I have.
With Robert De Niro. All right, anyways.
I just watched Running Point on Netflix.
Oh, yeah. What'd you think of that?
The first episode was pretty good, and then it got me hooked, but overall I thought it was mediocre. It was okay.
It felt like a soap opera. Like, well, okay. I say
The
that.
basketball parts were just too, like, dumb.
Yeah, the basketball parts, you can tell they're playing on a shortened court with lowered rims, and it was probably the Beverly Hills High School gym. They use that a lot for basketball. They use that for Showtime on or Winning Time on HBO to represent the Forum, and then everything is CG, like the crowd is CG. But the CG crowd is so dark, it doesn't look like there's people there, right?
Yeah.
The stadium, whenever you see the basketball scenes, you look at them, it doesn't feel like they're actually in a. It doesn't feel like they're in a. It doesn't feel real. The basketball scenes. It feels like less than, almost like a. Not even a high school game, almost. Did you like it overall?
It was okay. I don't know if I'll watch season 2, but it was okay.
Did they announce season 2?
Well, I kind of left like on a cliffhanger, so.
Yeah, because well, do we want to give any spoilers? I mean, I think it was. I kind of knew that whatever the cliffhanger was, that it would happen. I had predicted it.
Yeah, I mean it was a very predictable show.
Yeah. Even at the end, the last scene with after the game, I knew that was going to happen. And although it was cool to see an Asian dude on the team. It was like but he didn't get any playing time. But there was an Asian dude on the basketball team. Or was he a trainer or something? I don't know. He was in the background. It looked like he had a jersey on.
He was on a team, but he didn't do too much.
Yeah, he didn't play. I felt like they could have maybe had some more guest stars of actual celebrities or actual athletes to make it a little bit more like Entourage. You know how Entourage would throw in actual celebrities playing cameos of themselves.
Mhm.
I thought they could have maybe done that a little bit more with this show, but I mean I don't know. And they had some good actors in it, or at least recognizable actors. Does anybody know, James? Do you know the popularity of this K250 guy?
I don't. It's been a little while because Rogue One was a couple of years ago. I've drawn him at least once, but I couldn't tell you his popularity today.
And what is his like? What is his function? Sean, do you know?
Yeah, well, he's just he's like he's a bodyguard robot basically,
Oh, he's a bodyguard.
and I think it's one of those things where he kind of malfunctioned and became very humanoid. Like he has definitely has a personality.
I think he was like peacekeeping, which is why he didn't have a gun. And then he finally got a gun and he got all excited.
Oh.
Something like that.
Rogue One had Donnie. Is it Donnie
Donnie
Yen?
Yen?
Yeah.
Oh,
you
is
don't
that-
know Donnie Yen?
He only
The
knows
force
Daniel
is with
Wu.
me at one.
Ay, ay, ay.
So would it be cool to have this guy holding a gun or no?
Yeah, I don't know.
What would be
Yeah, I
like a
think he.
what would be like a cool pose? Aside from just standing, I should just do a standard pose. Screw the dynamic poses. I should do something that's just kind of him standing there.
I mean, he's cool enough with just because his body is so weird looking, and the light and shadow can make these like really cool shapes and stuff. Like you don't really need to pose him.
I'm pretty sure your boy Tommy Lee did a commission on him. Why don't you Google that?
Tommy Lee Edwards.
Yeah, I'm sure Phil Noto probably would.
Oh well, there you go. Look at this.
You know what's strange about Rogue One? It takes place before the first Star Wars movie. So, by that token, the technology is an earlier form. I mean, it's at that same time period. But Star Wars, all that tech was designed like in the 70s.
Yeah.
I think we lost James Quell.
I think James.
So
Cole
every
got
time
bored of
there's like
this.
in Rogue One, whenever there's like a targeting computer when they're about to shoot, it looks like complete ass graphics. Like
They look like the old arcade games.
yeah, like Galaga or whatever the Space Invaders, not Space Invaders, but Zaxxon or something.
So it looks like he has a small head. Anything else in particular with? I guess we're not gonna do the sketch battle with James today then. It looks like the head is kind of small. The torso is a little bit big. I gotta draw this and then get back to Power Man afterwards. Get back
Oh
to
man, you're still drawing that?
last issue. Still drawing the last issue. First one came out 2-3 weeks ago, and then does he have battle damage at some point in the movie?
Not really, but I mean they all do. You know, the big spoiler for Rogue One is that everybody dies.
Really? Is that
Well,
the
I
one?
think it's problematic. It takes place before Star Wars, so you have to get rid of everyone because you got to explain why they don't show up in the rest of the series.
Oh, well, maybe they get converted to the dark side. That's the one where they're fighting in a tropical setting, and Donnie Yen is like,
Yes.
he's like blind.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a pretty good.
So you did see it.
I don't remember. I don't remember much of it. That's not the one where the general flies flies her rebel cruiser into the warps it
No.
into the.
Oh my God, that was such a controversial thing. You're talking about that purple woman.
I don't remember if she's purple or not. I just remember it was a female general.
Oh, what's her name? What's that actress's name? But yeah, people didn't like it because she was commanding that ship, and then that was when all the male protagonists were kind of dressed down, and that was the big controversy about it. Is like those heroes that you liked, those male heroes, were dressed down by women and put aside. I think Princess Leia shot Poe and knocked him out, and then the ladies took over, and it was a real girl power moment. And the big sacrifice was that woman crashed into the dreadnought and saved the day.
Really? I mean, really, like in terms of that type of. I don't remember any of that.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, Sean.
Well,
I just remember she was the general of the ship, and
and she stayed behind, right?
And she stayed behind. Everybody else left, and then she warped the cruiser into the middle of the Star Destroyer or the Imperial, the huge battle cruiser, or whatever, and was able to save everybody. Huh? And then that was when Carrie Fisher had passed away, right? So they used the digital version of her or something.
And you don't remember Princess Leia shooting Poe because he was too much of a hothead?
What movie are you talking about? Poe was a pothead, so Princess Leia shoots him.
I mean,
he was not a pothead. He wanted to jump into battle and take action, and in order to stop him, she just shoots him, and then he's unconscious for the rest of the movie, practically. And then
but how is that? How is that like framed as a feminist male issue?
Well, I know it was a big controversy because the thing is, like, that movie was written really well. I liked it, and it got a very high Rotten Tomatoes rating. But then when you look at the audience score, it's extremely low. And I think it was because the people who they've come to know as heroes was kind of subverted, and a lot of people blame it on Kathleen Kennedy, and there's a lot of anger towards her, and it just is the one thing about all the new movies is that it's so politically divided.
Star Wars is politically divided now.
It is absolutely.
Oh, really?
And there's the different directors had a different take. I think they would. Who was the villain in the latest one? I think they brought back Palpatine when he was clearly dead from the other movies. So the movie's being pulled in all sorts of different directions.
Well, that one, yes, that was one of the other ones where he, like, supposedly Palpatine's dead from Return of the Jedi, right? And then he shows up again later on. But I didn't watch the last Star Wars movie. Which was the last one?
Yeah, that one I don't think anyone liked.
But I don't know why I didn't watch it. I don't know. Let me look at chat. Oh, it'd be cool having him holding a stormtrooper.
That's 2 figures. Or how about just the helmet?
Yeah, golf boy, come on. Even a helmet, that's like another headshot.
Do it for the stream.
Power Man #1 came out first week of February 5th. Farissimo subbed with Prime. Thank you so much, Farissimo. First time sub. Thank you. You can use your Prime if you have Prime, Amazon Prime, which I'm also thinking about getting rid of. But if you have Amazon Prime, you can get 1 free Prime Twitch sub every month. You just have to renew it manually. But thank you for the sub. Watch the South Park clip about Kathy Kennedy and Star Wars. In the movie and comics, no one is ever really dead. Somehow Palpatine has returned. Only thing that can kill a movie character is contract negotiations. But give them enough money, they can come back to life. Never truer words. The sequel trilogy has some good moments, but it's deeply flawed. I love Rogue One, and I think Solo is underrated. I actually like Solo. I remember Solo. I thought that was a
I like Solo too.
I thought it was a fun movie. I don't remember
Solo
anything
is
about it.
the one that's, well, Solo lost a lot of money.
Really? How did they lose a lot
I
of
think
money?
it's also the lowest rated of all of them. It never made its money back.
I'm sure it made its money back. Oh. Sean, how do you get used to drawing like mechanical shit?
You know, it's killing me.
This is like the most
Um,
laborious.
it's not.
Huh?
It's not fun.
Yeah. I shouldn't say anything. They might be watching. Solo was a flop?
Yeah.
So Rogue One had a controversy because all the heroes were women and all the men were idiots.
No, not Rogue One. It was the Star Wars movies. I mean, which one was it? I don't even know which one's which. But you know the whole controversy with Rose, is her name Rose Tika? She's not well loved as a character, even though
the Asian girl.
Yeah.
Because she wasn't like super hot.
I think the love interest was supposed to be, you know, what's her name?
I don't know.
But
this is the worst Star Wars conversation of all time.
Yeah, I guess none of us really know. We don't really know these movies.
That movie and the...
Wait, but you're talking about the one where, like she was like a mechanic or something, or engineer, but she was not like a Victoria's Secret model-esque build. Is that what you're talking about?
Oh yeah, I think. Well, first of all, the biggest complaint about that movie was that there was some like a gambling planet that they went to.
Yeah.
Cantabite, which seemed like just aside with no reason to go there, and they went to go rescue some alien horses that were being used to race against their will or something like that. And then it was back to the regular story.
That sounds so awesome.
You guys remember Cantabite? Like they had to go get you have to get the code breaker, and the code breaker likes to gamble on this planet that was all like a big gambling place where
I hate strong women.
And there was like the biggest aside in the world, and there was all kind of like Rose's idea of freeing the people and capitalism and all that stuff, and then it was back to your regular story?
I kind of remember something about. I remember the term code breaker. It's weird. It's funny how how long ago was this movie?
No. Well, one big problem is not very memorable.
Yeah, but like, I mean, this controversy that you speak of, it just sounds.
An uncontroversial.
Well, it just sounds like unfathomable that this would be a controversy. Like the general, like okay, I remember the controversy about the general flying the rebel cruiser into the Imperial battle cruiser, and the controversy being the argument being that well, the physics of that. Why haven't they been doing that? You know, why didn't they do that before? Why didn't they do that afterwards, as a means to, um, take down a bigger foe, right? And or, that kind of military, strategic move. Maybe there was some kind of like science that didn't work out between it, and or um, if they did that, then why didn't they think of it, before? Because it makes sense. I mean, it's like a kamikaze pilot, right? You're gonna ram your smaller ship into a bigger ship in hopes of like evening the odds, and then because it was in a warp drive, that somehow that generated exponential energy to take down a bigger craft.
Yeah, why didn't they just get one of those droids to do that? Why did it have to be a
Yeah,
human
like why
being?
couldn't they just fly all the X-wings? And then you think about it, like back then, when did this movie come out? Like 10, 12 years ago or something? I don't know. Like nowadays, like this was all I think also probably maybe around the time where like drones. Like why even put a pilot in there? Can't you just set the computer to fly the ship into the other ship?
You got robots. You're literally drawing
Yeah,
a robot.
I'm drawing a
from Star
robot. Why
Wars
can't
right
you
now.
just get a robot, download his
Yeah.
memory, and then just program him to, push forward and step on the gas? Then why do people even need to go into war, right? I mean, that's like now if we even, I think that would be like a bigger controversy. I don't remember the thing about the women though. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I'm drawing a robot. Why didn't they just put this guy, tie him up? Maybe he didn't want to go, but like tie him up, he can't move. Screw his arm into the chair and then say, the Andor TV show.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of plot holes in Star Wars, unfortunately, but you just kind of have to overlook them.
Lurky Lurk. What's up, Lurky Lurk? Yeah.
Sounds like El Gabong seems to know all the stuff about Star Wars.
The subject with Roser and Finn was poorly executed, unnecessary. They had no idea what to do with those characters. They had to rewrite Rose's arc. She was supposed to have a story with Leia, but Carrie's passing forced the pivot. Yeah, so Carrie Fisher passed away, part of it. So then part of the controversy, or at least the talk, was that she had scenes where it was computer generated. Solo was a massive flop. They wanted to do more with it, and it all died in that movie. There was going to be a Lando Calrissian show. So, I used to love. My memory of the original Star Wars. What is that? The New Hope. Is that the original Star Wars?
Yeah, the first one.
I saw that in Taiwan when I was like 5 or 6 years old, and so I didn't know English then. It was kind of interesting, but what I remember was smelling the tea eggs and the goose wings. It's like one of the first times I've ever been in a movie theater. Like back in, I don't know if they have it now, but I don't think they have it now. I've seen a couple movies in Taiwan since. But back then they used to like sell tea eggs and um, like marinated goose wings, like chicken wings, but like goose wings, which is like 5 times the size of a
That's
chicken
so
wing.
weird.
It tastes. I'm
What's
tastes the
wrong
same
with
thing as a
popcorn?
chicken wing. Well, that's just they just eat. That's just natural food over there. The goose wing tastes just like a chicken wing, except it's like 5 times the size, and it's marinated in the soy sauce. Um, so it's kind of salty, but it's good. I mean, it's more prevalent now, like that soy sauce flavor in chicken wings. But it was a smell. It didn't smell like a movie theater. It smelled like a kind of like a restaurant.
That's strange movie food.
So it was weird. It's a weird experience, right? I saw that movie and I saw the Spider-Man movie, where he's kind of like crawling up a building like this in a movie theater in Taiwan. But then I remember, like, I saw Empire Strikes Back when we were in the States, and I think it was maybe a little bit too complex for my youthfulness at the time. And then Return of the Jedi, when that came out, I was like blown away by it. I know Tommy Lee doesn't like Return of the Jedi, but man, I love that movie.
First like 45 minutes is really good, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it was just really exciting, and there was all these aliens, and there's all these different ships, and the battle sequence. I would draw, when the rebels were flying to the Death Star, and they're fighting against the Imperial TIE fighters and all this. I would go back and watch. I must have seen the movie like 12 times in the theater, and I would go and come back home and draw scenes not shown in the movie. From there would be like red wing or blue wing, or I draw like purple wing, or fuchsia wing or something, and then different ships and then different alignments, and then I even bought the Return of the Jedi book. I was so into it that I was like, I had to read the book over and over again. I don't think people do that nowadays. Do they make books of the movies anymore?
And
Art
just,
books, they do, yeah.
but no art in it, right? Just
No, it was just words. Yeah, probably the last book I read.
man, that's crazy.
Yeah,
An
crazy.
entire prose.
Yeah, I was
version
so
of
into Star Wars. I was so into Return of the Jedi that I couldn't go. It was only like $1 or $2, maybe 75 cents to see a matinee. I would go on the weekend or during the summer. I'd go watch it, and afterwards I'd walk from the theater. I'd walk to the library, and then I'd walk to the comic book store, and then I'd walk to the restaurant where my mom worked, and I'd sit there and draw. And yeah, I was just so into Star Wars, but Return of the Jedi specifically. Back then, Empire I didn't really like that much, but then as I got older and I saw Empire Strikes Back, I liked it more. And the Ewoks, they were kind
It's
of
also
cute.
because you were very young when you saw Empire Strikes Back, right?
6th grade, 12 years old. I don't know. Is that young?
Did you think
Or fifth grade?
stormtroopers and Darth Vader were robots?
No.
Well, I guess because yeah, they put on the stormtrooper costumes, but until they put on those costumes, I thought everyone was a robot.
Oh, really? Wow, you're weird.
And that's and then I thought those things were lifesavers.
Oh, I used to love like the ships. I would draw the ship designs, and I would come up with stuff, and like the speeder bikes I thought were amazing. I thought those were cool. Man, this robot is
They're designed by.
This robot character is fairly intricate.
And that is every day for me. I gotta draw that bullshit.
Whose suggestion was to draw a stormtrooper in here? Can we mute that person? Was that Golf Boy?
Golf Boy, he's the man that draws 1 million lines per drawing, so you have to,
Come on, golf boy. You're supposed to help. Wink, wink.
You meant a silhouette.
Yeah, I mean, you can put a lot of black in there. It only makes it look better, you know.
I think the only scenes I didn't like about Return of the Jedi was when they were the Yoda sequences in the swamp. But I just didn't care for any of that.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh, that was the well, there's plot, and then there's the character moments, and that was all the character stuff because he does go deep into that cave, and then fights himself, and then fights Darth Vader, and then opens the face and sees it's himself.
Yeah, no, I just didn't care for the swamp. I'm not a swamp kind of guy. You know,
It was kind of messy. I didn't know how R2-D2 got around in that.
Right? Yeah. I mean, how, like, you know, he's on wheels, right? He's not levitating. I mean, surely some of that mud or roots would get stuck inside of his wheels. Does he have a self-cleaning?
He was so dirty.
Yeah. And then, you know, how would they smell? They would. Not sure what was worse, Echo or Acolyte. Spoken like a. Thanks, Yojimbo. Okay, well. Jerry, did you want to announce our art show? Or did we already announce the art show?
Well, I think we've kind of talked about it. We haven't said anything like official, so I don't think everyone knows who's in it. Well, they kind of know, right? But Sean, did you get the email I sent out today?
Oh no, I didn't get anything from you.
Yeah.
I did.
So I'm quite proud of myself. I got a liquor sponsor for our art show.
Oh, I saw that.
Today.
Campari. Nice. Okay.
Yeah. So it's an old friend of mine, and he's got a whole bunch of different liquors that he offered me. So I'm going to talk to him more about tomorrow during like work hours.
I mean, have you had Campari before?
Yeah, of course.
It's very sweet, right?
Yeah, it's more like just like a mixer.
You're supposed to mix it with stuff. Yeah. I would like to get.
Yeah.
Can we get a commitment from Sean that he's going to have a couple drinks at the opener?
It's not gonna happen.
I want to see Sean get a little shit faced, a little blasted at the gallery opening.
But there's like, so here, I'll just tell you guys here. He's said they've got Espolon tequila, Courvoisier, Sky vodka, Wild Turkey, Campari, and Aperol that he can donate for us.
Courvoisier. What are you going to mix with?
The ladies' man.
Does anybody know like what to mix? What's a good mix with Campari? This guy's.
I guess you got vodka, right?
No, I think you mix it with like fruit juice or I don't know. Where's Bill when you need him? What is this guy's arm doing?
You should do a peace sign.
I asked you, like, your drawing was a horizontal format, right? Is it horizontal or vertical, or it doesn't matter?
Horizontal. I think I've concluded that it doesn't matter.
Oh, so we can do either way.
Yeah.
Are you sure about that? Okay.
Yeah, I'm doing horizontal.
I guess I should probably put more thought into it, but I literally just finished coloring it.
It was a cool piece. I like that. I can see the Jeff Darrow influence there. It's painful to see all those like perspective lines as they go off into the distance. Like the amount of shit you have to draw gets more and more, and it gets smaller and smaller.
Yeah, you can't notice it as much, but whatever.
Sean, you also need to put in if you're going to get an artist alley table for New York Comic Con. The application deadline.
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
I mean, I didn't get one last time. They didn't kind of just.
You got to apply for it.
Yeah, but then they can turn you down, right? So
Well, if
like
they turn you
I don't
down,
really
then you don't have one.
credits.
But you should. But Jerry, I noticed that this time there wasn't a thing where you say, "I want to be placed next to Jerry Ma and Jeff Darrow."
I think that's if you get accepted, or I don't know. I can't remember, but I'm hoping Jeff. Assuming, well, I shouldn't assume it. You guys already know. I feel like I'm not going to get a table this year, but if we all get a table again, I'm going to ask Jeff to basically anchor us and ask him to set it up so that we're all next to each other again.
Okay.
He's at Emerald City Comic Con right now, I think,
Oh, yeah,
or he's on his way
that's
there. I
this
should say.
weekend. Yeah.
Yeah, I just talked to him like yesterday. Yeah, he was on his way to Paris to stay there overnight to catch the flight.
Is he coming to WonderCon? I'm apparently doing WonderCon this year.
He's fuck. I forgot. He gave me a whole list of the shows he's doing. I can't even remember.
I think
anymore.
it's so great that you guys are pals. That's awesome.
I think it's great too. I don't understand why he freaking likes talking to me so much. It's like the coolest thing, you know.
Did he ever talk about Ed Piscor?
Ed Piscor?
They were also pals.
Oh, they were good friends.
I mean, I could ask him like that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I mean there was I don't know.
Well, I don't think Jerry, you know about Ed Piscor?
I do not. I literally just Googled
Yeah.
him.
'Cause I think they were friends, and yeah.
All right. It looks like this dude only has one gun.
Yep.
So, what is he doing with his hand here? What is he doing with his hand?
Hey, Sean, have you ever gone to Terrificon in Connecticut? Cabone.
I have. I think I'm probably going this year. It's not easy to get into. Like no one, the guy who runs it does not give anything for free. Like if you're invited, you can go, and then you don't really stay in the resort. I mean, I guess it's a big
It's a casino, right?
casino, but you stay outside the casino, which is it's fine because the hotels at the casino are like crazy expensive.
He doesn't cover the casino? I mean, he doesn't cover the hotel?
It does, but you stay mostly at the Holiday Inn right outside the casino.
Oh, okay. Well, does he cover like travel expenses?
Well, I drove there, so
No. Well, does he?
I don't know if
give
he
you
does.
gas?
I think he does actually.
This guy has these. I thought this was going to be easy.
Silhouette it.
I guess he could hold a stormtrooper helmet in his left hand. Let me see. Are there other references of? Is this the same guy? Well, does he get this? Does he get blown up at the end of the movie?
Don't they all die?
Yes.
How does he die? Does he die in the spaceship, strapped to the?
I think he
Yeah,
dies saving people with a gun in his hand.
Pretty much.
So, can you guys start Dropbox me some of your drawings that I can print up for the art show?
What do we and what criteria do you use for picking that? I mean, can it be
Whatever you want. Yeah.
But then, like even Marvel and DC stuff, you're allowed to just without permission.
I don't know. That's up to you guys. But for you, Sean, wouldn't you want to just do some of your?
Never mind.
So this is
pretty fun. Yeah,
for show, but not this. This is not to sell, right? This is just a show.
Well, so there's going to be this art show is going to take place in 2 different venues at the same time for like 3 months. They are going to Pearl River for the 3 months of the show. We will be considered artists in residence there. So whatever you want to sell, they will sell for you. And the prints, so it's up to you if you want to hang up an original. I really wouldn't suggest it. We do have a budget for it. So if you guys send me the digital files of the artwork, I'll print it up and get it ready for the art show. And then you can sell the prints. And if people want the original, then I would just say there'll be contact info and they can, get in touch with you that way. I mean, the truth is I haven't put too much thought into it. I've been a little busy with the book, but that's kind of what my thinking was at first, unless you guys think differently. For anyone that's going to be in New York on May 1st, that is, this is not official yet, but it's going to happen. May 1st is going to be our opening reception. And I guess I won't say what the theme is just yet so that we have something to talk about later. But there's going to be 8 artists total.
8?
Yeah, so wait, it's, the 3 of us, Jerome, Larry Hama, Tu Lee, Kimberly Wang, and then Howard from Taipei. So yeah, 8 artists total.
Is Howard coming out?
He's gonna try to. We'll see. I'm guessing he probably won't be able to make it out.
Okay. That'd be cool if you could.
But it's for Asian Heritage Month, which is why Pearl River is doing this. I was joking with the liquor guy I was speaking to today. And I was like, they asked me to come up with this art show last year. And I was like, I hate when people ask you for something like that because you're like, yeah, sure, next year, sure, whatever. And then it's coming up and oh fuck, we gotta start thinking about this.
Did you start over?
Yeah.
Really?
I should have
Here's the commission.
Yeah. I should have
That's for all that detail.
I should have done a sketch first. I'm not I'm trying to figure out this arm here. Right? His left arm in the foreground. I don't know what the guy. I'm not really familiar with the character, so I don't know what he does. I don't remember what he does. If he does carry 2 guns, he can. What's this?
You really need him to be doing something with his other hand.
Well, I mean, it would be kind of nice, right? Like a communicator or something, or a garage, remote garage opener. Something.
Well, I mean, I guess he never really gets his hand on the big MacGuffin of the entire movie is it's like the thumb drive that has the message, the plans for the Death Star.
Oh. So he could. So his hand could be open. And then there could be.
I don't even know what that. There's like a disc like they hand off at the very end. You know how they're kind of passing it off, and then Princess Leia gets it, and then like they say, "What is that thing?" And she says like, "It's hope," and the movie's over. But I think it's like looks like a disc or something. Like
So it
some
could be
kind
like
of
a hand coming over like this.
CD.
holding it.
Yeah, I wonder what that thing looked like though. I forgot because it's pretty small. Because it has to go into R2D2 at some point.
I don't know. I like the head, but I don't really like anything else. And all the pictures online are right now without watching the movie itself. They're kind of just standard poses. Maybe I just do a standard pose, Spend an hour and a half on something.
Do you know that I learned that from watching K-pop show that at one point Kreese had 7 E's in his name.
Really? Why? Thank you for Rizmo just uploaded a YouTube link with all the
It's like
KR
K250
scenes.
montage.
This is very helpful.
I just watched a little video of your boy K250 dying. So he gets shot multiple times while like trying to work some kind of computer.
Oh, really? Oh, that's cool. Let me see that.
Yeah, if you want him, you know.
Let me see if that's at the end of this. Hold on. Go back. This is very helpful.
So you could like draw him getting blasted multiple times.
Yeah, that would be cool, right? I love drawing battle damage. He's got a little battle damage in this scene here. Who's that guy on the left?
That's the guy from the Andor series.
Yeah.
This guy? Is this guy Poe? No, Poe is Moon Knight, right?
No, Poe's not there. Yeah. And that's Jane Erso.
Who's that?
Is that young? That's not young Princess Leia, is it? No. Oh, okay, here's.
No.
Oh, she shot him. Oh, she shot a clone. Oh, he throws a grenade. Okay. I'm vaguely remembering this movie a little bit. Okay, I remember this scene.
He hits him. Yeah.
We're just sitting here watching Rogue One.
The kingdom comes. Jin,
Oh, there's audio too.
I'll be there for you.
It's got a cool voice.
I had to.
These are like my favorite
I've got a
scenes when
bad
they're in the
feeling
hangar
about
Hey,
and you see all these ships in the background and people are like refueling them and okay, I remember this one. This is Golf Boy Sunday's favorite scene here. Is this his final stand?
Yeah, so this is See, it's kind of cool. You can show him getting blasted multiple times, you know, with sparks flying and stuff.
I love me a battle damage scene.
Yeah, and you can throw some speed lines in the background. Yeah.
Now I'm reinvigorated, but we're out of time. Why couldn't
This
we
is
have
essential
started?
research.
Why couldn't we have started with this early on? Wasted an hour and a half. Where was
Talking
Furisimo?
about gout.
Yeah, talking about gout.
Yeah, it was too much gout cough. That's what did it.
I mean, where was Furisimo earlier? Come on. This is like tremendous. Now I remember. Well, I still don't remember really the movie that much, but this is definitely providing some inspiration. When something gets a little damaged, that's you're talking about, Mike. I don't know if there's a psychological thing behind that. What do you think? Some kind of personal trauma. But, to me, I just find that it's you can when you draw this battle damage, it's just random like scratches and it just makes it look cooler. There's a little bit of a texture to it. Anyways, okay. Let's get out of here. I'm going to finish this off stream. And I'll post it on the Instagrams. If you're watching, make sure you hit that follow button. Let's see what we got through the sketch. So you're going to have a...
Everyone's wondering, what did I just watch?
Yeah. We should have started with this video.
Scream.
Oh, hello. Okay. All right. Well, happy holidays, James Quo. Do we want to end with a James Quo sketch battle?
I was gonna say, how about end with a little sketch battle?
Yeah, let's end with it. So, James Quo, you want to jump back on, or you gotta go? Somebody want to sketch battle me on stream? Let's end on a high note, and then I'll finish the sketch off stream.
What do you draw?
Well,
This fucking guy, 250.
well, I mean, like,
I'm being dead serious. Draw this fucking guy.
Oh, that's James Quo's weakness, though. He doesn't really doesn't do the sci-fi stuff that much.
But didn't he say he drew him once or something like that?
yeah, he said he drew him once already. Or another.
He was happy enough with this guy.
You guys choose another random Star Wars. Does Furisimo want to choose another Star Wars figure? And then James Cole and I will do whoever else. Did James Cole leave?
Oh, he's here.
It's going to take him a second to set up the camera again.
Okay.
You should draw one of the aliens in the cantina,
Do
or the band,
Do the pickle looking rebel cruiser. I know that one. Where
Or the
medical
blue
ship.
guy that has a piano around his belt.
Where the medical cruiser. I know the medical cruiser.
Only Sugar Sean would say the guy with the piano around his belt.
You know, that guy, with the blue elephant guy, or
Didn't we draw this the creature next to Jabba once?
oh yeah, Salacious B. Crumb.
Yeah. Okay. James, let us know when you're ready.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
A little bit
Yes.
louder. Barely hear you.
Okay, I moved the mic.
Okay, let's see.
That should be a little better.
Let me get your video up. You got a video up?
What to draw?
Okay. Let me try to get his video up. What's going on?
I remember during the last battle a couple of weeks ago, you had mentioned like how fast my hand was moving during the drawing process,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Wait a minute, why do I do that?" And I figured out it's sort of like doing a sensor sweep, and so like whenever it like whenever the pen like finds the form, and then like I just make a mark there.
It's unusual process.
Well, I was kind of thinking everyone probably knows How to Draw Comics the Marvel Way, the book.
Uh-huh.
Like they show you the block and tube construction, but then there's that one drawing of Thor from the side, and John Bisham was like, when you draw enough, you could like start the scribbling method and just like find the form that way. Anyway, so that's
James is already talking trash. He's already trying to get in my head. All right, who wants to choose the character? And who?
How about Billy D. Williams from Return of the Jedi? You know that when he's in the bounty hunter outfit.
Ooh,
How about
oh
just
yeah,
okay.
You've been talking up Return, so you gotta do someone from Return of the
Okay,
Jedi.
all right, let's do that. Let's see how my childhood memory is. Billy D, you know what we're talking about, James?
yeah. In the opening sequence in the
Yeah.
palace.
He looks
He
so
wears it.
cool.
he wears a bounty hunter outfit?
Yeah, he has.
Yeah, I mean,
he has,
he's always been cool, but when he had the armor on, it was so awesome.
Yeah. How much time? 2 minutes? 3 minutes?
60 minutes.
6.
It's like a full commission.
2 minutes. 2.5 minutes. Jerry, you got a timer?
No.
Who's got a timer? Because we need to give leave halfway mark. So if it's 2 minutes, we need to do another call out at 1 minute, and then a call out at 30 seconds, and then count down 10 seconds. All right, and then the chat gets to vote who wins.
Okay, I got a timer, a stopwatch online.
Okay, you got a stopwatch? Yeah, it's on your phone, man. There's a
So,
stopwatch on your phone.
We're gonna go to 2.5 minutes or 3 minutes.
2 minutes. Three. Let's do 3.
2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Three?
2 minutes.
Okay,
2 minutes.
3
2
minutes.
3
All right.
minutes.
Well,
Yeah.
on my count, on 3. All right.
Look. James already started cheating already.
You guys ready? Okay. 1, 2, 2.5, 3.
1, 2, 3. What are you doing? 3, 2, 1. What are you talking about? Look, he's already.
I was already starting. Wait,
Restarting.
Okay.
okay. All right. Here, please start over. On 3, okay? I'm gonna go 1, 2, and when I say 3, you guys go. You got erase. Start over.
This can count backwards.
Okay. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3.
Give me a break. Give me a break. Break me
Right,
off.
the
a piece
timer
of
is
that
on.
Kit.
You just melted 5 seconds singing.
He has like a. I think he had like a conquistador kind of helmet. Wait, I might be getting
He's
him
a drunk.
confused with Leia.
Yeah, it's not good.
Looks like you're drawing Shohei Otani over there.
And you have to give him gout.
He had like a brim on his helmet.
I could have sworn there were like curled spikes on the
Yeah.
This is
muzzle
what I'm
of his
drawing right
helmet.
here. Don't tell him he hasn't done that. Look at that. He's drawing. What is he drawing? He's
I
drawing
got the
like
spikes
a
right here.
sphinx.
Well, there's that moment when he kind of pulls the mask a little bit down, so it's like, hey, everybody, it's me, Billy D. Williams.
Yeah.
1 minute has gone, boys.
1 minute left. Okay. All right.
No, 2 minutes left. 2 minutes left.
Did he have like a?
I'm saying 1 minute has.
I think he had like
expired.
a circular. He had like a circular, like a chest plate kind of thing. He did
Didn't you have like a spear or something?
Yeah, that's what I'm drawing. Don't give away my. You. He's drawing the Gomorian guard. Come on. Okay.
And he's going to draw Rancor in the background.
Yeah, he's already drawn the entire Jabba the Hutt. He's drawn a Han Solo next to him. I think he had. Did he have a cape? He had like some kind of cloak. What's the time, man? What's the time?
2 minutes have gone by. 1 minute left,
Oh,
boys.
we're doing
1
3
minute
minutes.
left.
Okay. All right. He had like some kind of. We're all doing this without reference, so just trying to figure out like from memory. Did he have a gun? He had a Colt 45. That's a lot.
I just said he had a spear, man.
I'm drawing a spear here. What's a spear? He had like a circular. I think he had a circular like chest plate.
30 seconds left. 30
Oh, I'm
seconds.
sweating now. All right, okay.
20 seconds left. 10, 9, 8, 7,
He had like
6,
he had a gun in his
5,
belt.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pencils down.
So many characters.
Pencils down.
Guys, I said pencils down like 10 seconds ago.
Well, that's the delay.
There's a delay in the stream. All right, okay.
1 minute delay.
Let's see here. Let's see. James has the whole entire Jabba scene drawn out.
But he doesn't really draw our boy.
You know, he has like teeth in his mask, right? Let me pull it up. What's it called?
What is it? What do you call that?
What do you call it?
Billy D. Williams' Return of the Jedi.
Lando Return Jedi.
It's not my fault. I can't believe none of you guys put that in.
Oh, we should have drawn that guy. You know, his co-pilot at the end. Remember that guy? What happened to James's?
It's cool.
There it is. Okay, let me figure this guy out. Okay, here we go. I typed in Lando Return Jedi. Image search. There we go. Ah, here it is. See, it was kind of like a baseball helmet, and it did have like a Okay, James, you want to go and describe your drawing?
So I tried to like create a hierarchy in this image, just putting Lando, the most important character, right in the middle, and also at a larger scale, because he's not really that big compared to Jabba, for example.
Mm-hmm.
And I was trying to reproduce that one scene. I think there is a close-up where our heroes kind of give some meaningful glances to each other, so the audience knows that something's going on, but the Palace guys don't. And so I just tried to build out the scene. So yeah, Gamorrean Guard. Here's Han Solo. There's a Rancor. Here's Leia holding a thermal detonator. And here's Jabba's surprise, even though that's really more like the New Hope Special Edition expression.
Jabba looks really cute there.
Looks like Grimace.
Yeah, I feel like in Return of the Jedi, he's actually scary.
And then that serpent guy, that's a super smart guy.
Yeah, that like a Chamberlain kind of guy.
Yes. Did he ever speak?
He gets
He's
his
kind of-
mind taken over.
He whispers to
Oh,
Jabba
right.
sometimes, and I think he scolds the droids maybe at some point.
So, okay, let's see what I got. Yeah, so I remember the bill, but the rest of the helmet was,
Kind of missed with the cape.
yeah, I missed with the cape, but I thought all of them had a cape, but he didn't have a cape. I knew he had some kind of chest thing, but I drew a Colt 45 because that's Billy D. Williams.
Nailed it with that.
I remember the spear had like two heads, like two parts to it. They all had some kind of mechanism on. So this is the, let's see, this one, this guy here. This is a good picture of him with the spear. And then I kind of drew Jabba in the background. And then I started with Han Solo, but, time ran out. All right, let's see. Chat can vote. Let me set up a vote poll. Not bad. Good job, James. Where's the poll thing here?
Oh, thank you. My picture disappeared again, but
Oh yeah, I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's because I'm switching back and forth.
You're trying to win.
You can choose this black screen or
All right, there's 2 minutes. Where's your screen? There it is. There it is. Okay. James is on the left. You can vote with your channel points. If James wins, we go again.
I'm pleased that I got the 2 little horns on there.
Yeah, you got the horns right. That's the
yeah.
thing. Yeah,
but not in the right place.
No, but yeah, mine I just do it going up, but yours is I think that's on the side, but the 2 horns in the middle is more accurate. Yeah, because they, it's like teeth, like this. There's got to be a scene where he has a cape. Just haven't. He doesn't have a cape at all.
Well, in the Cloud City, he has a cape.
Oh. How are we doing with the votes? 2 minutes to vote. Oh, this is a good toy. Look at this one. That's a good likeness.
Kaboom. Both a great bone code, but not because of the code 45.
All right. Well, it's 80 to 20. Oh, what happened to James's? I don't want anybody to say
You're
that.
sabotaging him again.
Sabotage. Sabotage. But I did like Star Trek better than Star Wars when I was a kid. Just because you can watch Star Trek every day on TV. The original series. And Star Wars was a movie, so it's just, an event kind of thing. But coming down to like 5 seconds left in the poll. All right. End of the poll. Looks like I've retained the belt. The World Heavyweight belt.
Congratulations. Good game.
Good game, James. You want to play again, or that's it? You've had enough for the day.
I'm happy to keep drawing. I don't know if people are trying to get out of here, but
yeah,
I'll keep going.
I think I got what does the chat want? What do our hosts want?
Well, is there another character that maybe that'll help?
Some random Star Wars character. Somebody got to come up with some random Star Wars character.
The fucking Cloud City robot guy with the fucking headphones built into
With
his
the thing
head.
in the back? Yeah, that's easy. It's a bald guy with a.
Greedo.
I don't even know their names, but that guy.
That's easy. That's the bald guys, and they kind of have like a tunic or something like a.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, how about Leia as a bounty hunter then?
Wow, that's it. Leia as a bounty hunter. Oh.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, I don't remember.
She had a
her,
mask. I mean, you'd have to draw a mask. The mask.
Slave Leia. Let's see how you guys draw
That's
the.
easy. Come on. That's. Anybody in chat? Have a recommendation before we get out of here? Kevin P. West said Tuscan Raiders.
What about like drawing an Ewok on one of the speeders in the forest?
Or just an Ewok.
Well, the Tuscan Raiders are pretty freaking cool.
Tuscan Raiders are from the first one, right?
Yeah.
Those are the guys in the desert.
They look like zombies almost, like mummies or something.
You want to do Tuscan Raiders?
Yeah, let's
Okay, one last
let's
one.
raid that dusk.
Jerry, you got the.
Oh shit! Give me a second.
Jerry's got the timer.
I'm not used to doing this. Okay, on 3 again. Okay.
I'm so hungry.
1, 2, 3.
All right, I'm
Begin.
I'm 80% sure that the Tuscan Raiders had a.
Cool Wu Te.
They had a
Cool
cape.
Wu Te. Cool Wu Te.
I'm just not sure how their necks are connected to their bodies.
2 men enter, 1 man leave.
By the way, James, how are your sample pages coming along?
Oh, they're coming along. I found some like legit scripts from some writers that I like, and so instead of making up my own story, which has its pitfalls, because I'm not applying to be a writer.
Yeah, right, exactly.
So I have been trying to adapt some pages, and I think it's going pretty well.
Well, look,
And I got a lot of good advice, and so I'm trying to like take it to heart.
You just need
Like
the
2
basic-
minute warning, boys.
2 minute
1 minute
warning?
has passed.
By the way, Jerry, how do you feel about Devontae West being
Devontae Adams being cut.
being dropped, released,
Whatever. Good riddance still.
complete overhaul?
Yeah, screw that. So I had to change my cable password recently, but before I changed it, my password was literally "I hate Aaron Rodgers."
What was their gun? It was like a staff, but it had like a
They too had like a spear gun.
it was like a spear gun thing, but it had like little nubs on it, right? Or it had little nubs on it. I thought it was like what was that? The Jawas that would have the electrodes that would that was the Jawas with the robots that they would have, right?
1 minute left.
Ooh, 1 minute.
Didn't they have like some kind of muzzle or teeth, like spiked teeth or something like that?
No, I don't think they had any teeth at all.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even
Oh,
looking
I
at.
think they did.
Did
He's
they?
throwing you a bone.
They didn't have any teeth, man. Oh, you're trying to get James on there. Yeah, they had teeth. They had big teeth.
30 seconds
30
left,
seconds
boys.
left. Okay.
So the idea for these characters came right from Dune.
Is that right?
Yeah, a lot
20
of Star Wars.
seconds left.
Even like the lightsabers and the whole mysticism and the wizard stuff comes from Dune. And Jedi.
10 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pencils down.
Okay. Wow, he's got color on his?
and C3PO and R2D2.
And I gotta say, I think James, it's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember how the head connected to the torso. Now let me set up a poll here.
Well, let's pull up the Tuscan Raider.
Let's pull up a Tuscan.
Don't be afraid, Bernard. Don't be scared.
They had like these telescope eyes, right?
Oh, see, he's blacking out James again.
Technical difficulties. You have to just imagine what his looked like.
Oh, snap. They did have mouths. What the F?
Oh, so when I said,
They had like a walrus mouth and then telescope eyes.
They did have a mouth.
hi, jive.
I'll zoom in a little closer.
I don't remember the mouth because they never really said anything, right? They were just like made noises. Or did they ever speak? Like, did they have lines? Nice. Oh, this is not gonna look good. Okay, James, you want to go? You want to explain your?
Yeah. So
I just drew a burn victim. Just golf license.
I drew.
I
Hush.
tried to go for kind of an action pose, like he's leaping over the sand dune and holding. I think there's that famous clip in Star Wars where he like holds the truncheon over his head and goes like
Right,
and it's
they did.
like, and it's clearly sort of like reversed, like they
Yeah,
used
it's-
one motion and then they like kind of
It's rolled
ran
back
it
and forth.
back and forth.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the image that's where the top half came from. The bottom half was just like a leaping kind of situation. And so then I just built out the scene with some, dust kicking up, really trying to like make sure that the parts of the image are working together. And then I had time to add the droids Added like a little shading. But yeah, I tried to get like show some of these. I'm trying to remember what this sort of line is called. The
cloth
cross
webbing?
contour. Yeah,
Cross
like cross contour, like where you have the leg comes down and then you curve the lines up this way to show the form.
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
Get a little dust texture in there. I don't know. I mean, it's a quick job, but I'm pretty happy with it.
All right. And you got R2D2 and C3PO.
You should be happy with the results of the poll so far.
Am I getting slammed in the? Oh wow! Nobody's even voted for me. Come on, Chad.
Not even your mom, Bernard.
Come on, Chad.
To the mummy.
And not even El Magusi. El Magusi didn't even vote for me. Come on. I don't even get time to explain mine. Well, yeah, like I remember they had like nubs on the head. Well, why even explain? I think I did draw the sand with those Jawas. Their machine in the back. Their little.
Yeah.
And then that's the Jawas and other sand dudes, Tuscan Raiders, and then they have like 2 suns or 2 moons.
Yeah.
And then I remember they had an X, like a X.
Yeah, the X bandoliers you got.
Yeah. So they have the X right there. It did have like a cape kind of thing, but I think that's kind of general for every. I thought they had like a mace ball thing at the end, but no, it was like a more like a card jack.
hoe.
Oh, they had like a hoe. What? This guy had a mace thing. Look at this. All right, well, I think we're gonna have to end it on a tie tonight. James Cole came back and shut me out on this Tuscan Raider.
Well, it's always fun to be on. So thank you for having me.
Thank you for playing as 1-1. Okay, we're gonna leave it as a tie.
Next week.
Next week will be my revenge. Star Trek? How are you on Star Trek?
Yeah.
Battlestar Galactica?
I'm into it. I mostly know the Next Generation.
Okay. Avoid the Next Generation.
Okay, what about Battlestar Galactica?
Not familiar at all.
Okay,
Ooh.
But I could try to do my homework.
There's a lot of reference. Okay, who should we raid? Anybody we should raid? I don't know who's on right now. James, you usually have somebody.
I'm looking. I just searched traditional art.
Kaijin
it
Man.
looks like-
What about Kaijin Man? Drawing like a kind of an interesting drawing. Kaijin Man. It's Lord Spew. Nobody's drawing Star Wars. Oh, there's a Marvel Rivals fan art, Rose and Sky, drawing a magic. How about that? Rose and Sky. Thank you everybody for watching tonight. Sean, you got anything you want to add before we get out of here?
Well, how to support Crease's Kickstarter for Bladesmith.
Bladesmith, how many more days is left in the campaign?
Only 1 week.
Okay. And then that's another 24/7 comic. Jerry, anything to add before we get out of here?
Nah.
Not yet.
James, anything you want to add before we get out of here?
Not yet.
Okay. All right. Well, Bladesmith 24/7. I should say Bladesmith Kickstarter. Thank you guys for watching. Happy holidays. I'll post the final drawing up on my IG, but make sure you hit that follow or whatever it is that you're watching it on. Okay. Take care. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
holidays.
And are we out? Right now? Oh, I gotta pee. All right, guys. Thanks for jumping on.
Alrighty.